slide is from the lesson 2, format and the parts of the lesson design, which is focused on helping multi-grade teachers, those who teach students from multiple grade levels in the same classrooms, and create effective lesson plans. And multi-grade teachers may often struggle with lesson planning because they must cater the student of different grade levels at once. This lesson helps them to understand how to design the lesson suited for this setup. Okay, these are the common questions from new multi-grade teacher. The common questions. First, how shall I prepare lesson design in multi-grade setting? As a future educator or teacher, they want to know how to make lesson plans that work for more than one grade level at the same time. The second question, what grade level will be my focus? Should the lesson be more suited to younger students, older students, or all equally? The third question, how shall I integrate the cognitive, psychomotor, and affective domains in holistic plan? Okay, how to include all aspects of learning? The cognitive, the thinking, the psychomotor, the doing, and affective is that our feeling or the feeling of our students, the values. Number 4 question, with 2 or 3 grade levels in a class, can I finish my lesson within the time provided? As a future educator or a future teacher or a teacher in multi-grade classes, time management become a major concern. Number 5, what will my lesson design look like? They need a clear format or template that they can follow. In conclusion from this slide, in multi-grade classroom, planning is essential. The teacher need to invest time, effort, and crafting lesson plans because it is a vital part of the rule. Proceed to the next slide. Okay, these are the questions to consider in preparing multi-grade lesson design. First is the learning objectives. When we say learning objectives, clearly define what the student should learn and achieve by the end of the lesson, ensuring goals are specific and measurable. For example, student will able to identify and explain the main characteristic of different type of clouds for grade 1 to grade 3. Another example, the student will demonstrate an understanding of basic addition and subtraction, fact within 20, for kindergarten to grade 2. Second, the student understand the diverse needs, the academic, social, the physical, and personal emotional of students across different grade level to tailor instruction effectively. The third, for example, in grade 1, the student needs support with reading comprehension, while grade 3, the student can read independently but needing help with complex texts. Some students have physical disability and requires accessible materials. The number 3, materials. Identify necessary instructional materials are and resources including leveraging indigenous materials available in community to make learning relevant and engaging. For example, the, the cloud charts and pictures for visual learning, number, lines card, and counting blocks for math activities, and utilizing local plants for a schema lesson on science lesson on photosynthesis. In the number 4, the strategies. As a future teacher educators, we need to choose the teaching strategies and activities that promote learning for all students, ensuring flexibility, differentiation to accommodate various learning styles and levels. Example, using tiered assignment in math, where the student work on different levels of complexity. Implementation, a several experiment that that all students can participate within modification for different grade levels. Number 5, the groupings. Decide on the grouping approach, the heterogeneous or homogeneous, and group size based on the lessons, objectives, and students' needs, promoting effective collaboration and learning. For example, in heterogeneous grouping, for a project where students can share their strengths such as art, the writing, or research skills. In homogeneous grouping, for reading, activities where students are grouped by reading level for targeted instruction. The last is assessment. When we say assessment determines how to assist student understanding and evaluate learning through the differentiated task, affecting on what work well and what needs improvement for for future lessons. For example, informative assessment like quizzes and class discussion to check understanding during the lesson. And summative assessment like project or presentation that allow students to demonstrate their learning at the end of the unit. The last is the differentiated task may include a written test or some student and presentation or project for others depending on their learning needs.